Um, this looks dumber than I thought it would. Screw it, I'm keeping it. Okay, we're talking about the new show on Disney Plus, Loki. Okay, so we're talking about the Loki show. My thoughts about it. So, show started off with them leaving with Loki just kind of grabbing the cube and zapping out, right? And then he ends up in the desert and he's like, oh shoot. And then people come, lady punched him, give him a little and that nut kind of made him freeze basically. And yeah, then he goes to a very well built time, like where I hope that most of the show's taking place there. Very interesting place. So he goes through a lot of like little rooms. There's like he goes just getting ready to go to court because he broke time. There's one room where it's all these papers. And so they're kind of like, hey, the guy, Loki, he also has like the guy who runs the paper place, he has a cat. And that made me wonder things. And he pulled out a sheet of papers that it was pretty big, right? Like I was like, oh, wow. And then it occurred to me that Loki's a god. He's been alive for who knows how long, like hundreds of years at least. And the amount that I saw didn't look like it'd be hundreds of years old, which made me think about if someone had passed me a sheet of all the paper, like all the spoken words that I've ever said, like how much would there be? Probably, like, would it, because it made me feel small. I also wondered how much like a politician would have. Like continuing. Also, when he first gets there, he meets a person at a desk, and he's kind of my favorite character. I'm rooting for him. So then he goes to court. He gets a little. There's a people saying to grab tickets. One guy didn't. The guy in front of him didn't get the tickets. Basically, what goes down is that because Loki got a ticket, the other guy didn't. He's basically just eliminated, which it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. And when he's waiting to go to get his number looked at, a video that really screams like very early Western animation was playing, and I grew up on like the Flintstones and stuff, so I liked it. It was very cool. And then the logo, which doesn't look at all like the logo, which you see on Disney Plus. I wonder how it's going to change throughout this series. And then he's about to get killed, and Mr. Lightning McQueen came to save him. And at that moment, I was like, yes, that's why I'm here. And, they go around, they have a very interesting conversation. I'm not going to spoil that, because really good. Owen Wilson and Loki are very good actors. Oh my goodness. I don't want to spoil that. I mean, most of this review is a semi-spoiler review. I mean, if you don't want to watch this at all, I don't blame you. But you're watching it to this point, sorry, I told you in the middle of the video. That's on me. You can leave now. But no, their conversation was really interesting. Loki kind of has a, oh, I'm basically nothing, which is interesting because he's kind of a god. But he goes through a little like, oh, I'm a little piece of dust on this giant spectrum of time. There's also talk about a giant time battle, which was cool. Didn't really go into a lot of detail about that, but you know, that was cool to hear. Like, look at it was also in the '60s animation. Yeah. And then basically the episode ends with Mr. Wow guy saying, can you help us take care of a person? And Loki's like, oh, I can do that. You know, like, I watched like a TikTok of someone comparing the show to Doctor Who. I mean, there's definitely elements I could see it overlapping, but this show could go in many different directions, and I'm very excited about that. Hopefully it's amazing because I'm invested. I have Disney Plus till January, so I'm gonna keep watching new shows on there. Yeah, so I give it like, if you're interested in time TV shows, like time traveling TV shows or time shenanigan TV shows, this definitely has elements. Like it's gonna go deep into that, but it's there. So yeah, I recommend Loki. I'm gonna keep doing reviews on this. If you guys like, I'll do more crazy headpieces or. Anyways, thanks B. You guys want to see me spray paint my horns? I sprayed painted them gold outside after my second watching of the show, and I let them dry after a second watching of the show.